House Speaker Mike Johnson is releasing footage of the January 6, 2021 riot at the U.S. Capitol building to the public. But before he does, he's having editors blur the faces of people in the footage. Here's why he said he's releasing the footage and blurring it.
We want transparency. We should demand that the American people do. We trust, House Republicans trust the American people to draw their own conclusions. They should not be dictated by some narrative and accept that as fact. We have to blur some of the faces of persons who participated in the events of that day because we don't want them to be retaliated against and to be charged by the DOJ.
Johnson's office later walked that comment back and clarified, faces are to be blurred from public viewing room footage to prevent all forms of retaliation against private citizens from any non-governmental actors. The Department of Justice already has access to raw footage from January 6, 2021. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene further explained their concerns about retaliation.
There's a group called Sedition Hunters that spends all of their time and resources into doxing these people. They find videos of them all over social media, any videos they can, and they use facial recognition software to identify them. Then they go to their employers, they go to their neighbors, and they go tell everyone and call them insurrectionists, basically intentionally ruining their lives.
We also spoke with Democratic Congressman Steve Cohen, who said he doesn't have a problem with the footage being released because the country watched it live. But here's what he said about blurring faces.
He's trying to protect people who he thinks could be guilty. That's not the role of the Speaker. It's not the role of anybody, really.
Former Congresswoman Liz Cheney, who was a member of the January 6th Investigative Committee, addressed Johnson's comments about accepting a narrative.
Speaker Johnson is somehow attempting to suggest that there's something in these tapes that would change the facts of what happened. There's nothing in the tapes that can change the facts of what happened that day, can change the violent assault.
Johnson said his office hired additional staff members to get the tapes out quicker, but he did not give an exact timeline. Straight from D.C., I'm Ray Bogan.